Hello students, today we will discuss a question that came in the Business Studies exam held by the Assam Higher Secondary Education Council. So the question that we have is, explain any three features of business. But before going to the features, we will understand what is a business. So here by definition, business, it is defined as an economic activity involving the production, purchase and sale of goods and services undertaken regularly within the primary objective of earning profit. It is distinct from profession employment because it is profit driven and it involves risks. So what is a business? It is an economic activity. And why is it an economic activity? Because every business undergoes production, purchase and sale of goods or services. That is why a business is an economic activity, and all those activities are done regularly. With the primary motive of those activities is to earn profit. So what is a business again? It is an economic activity which again the activities of that business will be production, purchase and sale of goods and services, and those activities are done on a regular basis. And why are those activities done? To earn profit. And it is distinct from professions and employment. Why? Because business involves risk and it is profit driven. So this was the concept of business. Now we will move to the key features of businesses. The first feature that we have here is economic activity. As I've already mentioned, a business is an economic activity, and why so? Because it involves purchase of goods and services, production of goods and services, and selling of those goods and services. So it is primarily an economic activity aimed at earning income through production and sale of goods and services. Because again, production of goods and services, selling of goods and services, and purchasing of goods and services, all these involve money. That is why it is an economic activity. So this is one feature of business. The next feature that we have here is profit motive. So the main goal of any business is to earn profit. Why does a businessman start a business? So that he or she earns profit by carrying on the activities. So the main goal of business is to earn profit, which is essential for survival, growth and expansion. So why is profit again important for any business? So that it survives. So that it survives. So what does survival means? So that it keeps on going. It does not stop. A business, when carrying on its activities, the business does so that it does not have to stop. It has to make at least a minimum amount of profit. That is what we call as survival of that. Earning that minimum amount of profit so that the business can go on is called the survival of a business. And to survive, what is important? Profit. That is why any business will always be always have the motive to make profit. Again, to grow. So how does a business grow? When every year the profit keeps on increasing, or new branches of the same business opens, or more assets are bought. So this leads to growth of the business, and again growth and expansion are pretty much same. So this is one feature of a business, that is profit motive. The next very important feature of any business is risk and uncertainty. Opening any business will always involve certain kind of risk and uncertainty. A business person will always have to face those risk and uncertainty, and for which the reward is the profit. So every business faces risk due to changing market conditions, competition and unforeseen factors. So this becomes a feature of a business. So the three key features of businesses are, the first is it is an economic activity. Why? Because it carries on production, purchase and sale of goods and services. The motive of every business is profit, to earn profit. So this becomes another feature. And then third feature is risk and uncertainty. That is, any business involves risk and uncertainty during its operations. So these are the key features of or the three key features of a business.